Hello everyone, welcome back again to Spiritual Growth Tarot and Astrology. I'm Denise. Hey! Anyway, this is our reading to check into all things Trump for the week of October 23rd through the 29th. Astrologically, I don't think it's going to go well for him, but I'm just going to stick with the cards. Okay? Anyway, so let me bring the camera down overhead and get this going for you. Okay, hold on. Okay, so I decided to use this goofy little deck called Super Awesome Future Fortune Cards by, what's his name, Alfie McPhee or something. I found it on Amazon. But I have to give a shout out to Andrea over at Lilac Lantern for turning me onto the deck a long time ago. So, okay. I'm going to use this deck to start off with just to see get an overview of the week for him. And then I might use the Kipper to look at different, because he has so many different lawsuits against him. So many things going on, right? And he's just been subpoenaed by the J6 committee, of course. There's all of that going on. Hold your breath on that one, right? Okay, so that's my mind, my brain talking. Let me let go of my bias and open up to only the truth. Only want the truth. Let me get really grounded and ask for only the truth for just this next week for Mr. Donald John Trump. So October 23rd to the 29th. Okay. So, forces in motion, his greatest challenges, and then I'll do 5 cards just for the week. Okay. Woo. And whoa, okay. I'll take the 2 off the bottom just for the heck of it. Yeah, it makes sense. Okay, and I'll probably be able to go pretty quick with these cards because, you know, this deck is, there's just a couple different meanings and that's it. It's not like with the tarot and you're trying to feel your way through, oh, well, if you look at it from this angle or this angle, nah, not with these. Okay. So this has to do with his relationships. So the forces all week long, and I think we had this theme last week, even using, can't even remember what I used, probably the Kipper, but it looked like he was having relationship issues. Oh, that's right. I think I used the tarot and the Kipper, and they both came through with relationship problems. We can see that here because the dogs are about loyalty. We can see Russia written all over this card, and, you know, who has always fed him. Right? First off, I just have to say, how the hell does a mobbed up money laundering crime boss get to run for president in the United States of America? Like, if we're not learning that that's a real problem, that we don't have those types of laws in place for the future, then we're doomed because, yeah. We're in this problem because of that, the fact that he's been a money laundering crime person for years, for his entire life. And those are the relationships that he cares about. And the challenge is that he's losing that protection. And I think it's because between the Panama Papers, the Paradise Papers, and now the Pandora Papers from the ICIJ, all that work for all these years across the entire planet, because of them, things are going to change for money laundering, and that is, of course, what we have over here with the rats. So yeah, for this week, because I did I did bring it into a finite week. I didn't say, oh, into the future, but, whatever. Timing is always a challenge. But for this week, he is having problems with relationships and getting the money that he wants. Getting that dog bone, getting all those dog bones, getting all that food in his old trough, right? He's got trouble. And it's because they're all a bunch of rats that just steal money from everyone, and they steal from people who are ill. They've stolen from COVID resources. They've stolen from whatever. This is him in his, not only a down patch, but his, I read these two cards together as a very, very toxic system. His health is very, very toxic. If we didn't look at this, we didn't look at the people running away with the money and just go with the mice and the health card. Toxic. And the spaceship is about travel. So he is going to be doing some traveling like he always does, because, he's one of those kinds of people that's just nothing but a big old bag of bloviating hot air, and he can't sit still. So, and it's possible that he's traveling with maybe with Don Jr., I don't know. It could be family, but it's also traveling because he just has to get out there and put his big ego out there. But the lightning is coming, so there's some sudden ouch coming through for him this week. And then what was on the bottom of the deck with the attack card, this is my January 6th card, and how ironic that it is number 6. I mean, I was going just with the images, and that we had an attack on our capital, but it's number 6. And he's the pig that got it going, just for the money. He's the one that's been guilty for months and months and months, and had the whole hatch, the whole scheme with, John Eastman. And everyone else, but John Eastman was pretty much the one that got it together. He knew he didn't win, right? He had a plan for months, if not years, what he would do if he didn't win, and John Eastman came through for him. But we also have so many other things coming down on him. So this, to me, because these were on the bottom, he was the pitchfork, that instigated. He was the instigator, which is who he is. Has always been. And I feel like this week there's something, maybe he has been subpoenaed, so there maybe something's going to come through. Maybe it's from the DOJ, and it has to do with January 6th, because we do have the attack here. Or if I'm wrong about that, this would just reiterate that there's an attack on his finances, which is here. So, money, that's really the way to get him. Okay, so Kipper, Ciro Marchetti's deck is next, and let me look into. Let's see which one's the most important. Oh, I'm drawn to Leticia James. Okay. So, Leticia James. So she filed, what he did is as soon as she had the, the lawsuit going against Trump.org for that $250 million, he went and started Trump.org 2 the day after, right? So she files the fraud lawsuit. The next day, he puts how do you do stuff that quickly? But he did. Trump.org too. And she, because bottom line, like this dude needs a crime family. Well, he needs a way to constantly launder his money. He needs a place for his money to flow through and out of, and get those fees and keep that flow going, because that's how they do. Just hold that in your consciousness as a backdrop as to his life, his MO, the only reason he has all these Trump towers all over the world, and whether he owns them or not, he gets a piece of them. So, she went in, Leticia James went in and served him by email, served his attorney legally through email by emailing directly the new Trump org. I just think that's hilarious. So he's officially served there as well. So let's see, how is this one gonna go? How's the Leticia James lawsuit against Trump org and Trump org 2? How is that going to go for him? I'll just do 10 cards. Okay. So right here's the subpoena that came through the email. This is how it's affecting him. He's worried. He's really worried. No wonder we had that illness card in the other spread, right? This is like the Nine of Swords in the tarot, but way worse because it doesn't let up. It's not just a headache or a bad night. It's like, nope, you got real trouble to deal with. Okay, so the theme going on with this one is the subpoena that has caused a new strategy to bring money in. The Lover's card is like the, remember that love card we had down here at the base? And then we had the Russian money laundering protection that needed to happen and keep that food going through, right? That's what this is here. So he needs a new strategy. This week he's all about getting a new strategy to continue laundering the money. But it's going to end in a way that exposes the cheaters. It's going to, I don't know if it'll happen this week, but with Leticia James, whether she came through or not, let's say this is her. These are the rules and regulations in the state of New York, and now she's nailed them in the state of Delaware, where Trump Org 2 was created. So he can't get away, right? Oh, like Lori over at The Way of Positive Change says, he must be very afeared. Lordy, oh my goodness. So the subpoena will affect any one of the cheaters within Trump organization, and now this is, remember this little spread is only on Leticia James. Maybe Alvin Bragg's in there as well. There's that possibility, but we're talking Leticia James, the AG of New York, coming down on him. But now, of course, we have the state of Delaware involved. And we're talking insurance fraud, tax fraud, bank fraud. There will be a tax fraud trial. I'm thinking Weiselberg will be one of the people within that crime family that has to testify. And I'm thinking he might, in order to get some more time off, because we know that he's flipped in the past, and we know that that there's a lot of people that have flipped on Trump, including his own daughter. I've gotten many times on that, and myself, and every time I've read with Lisa or Debbie, we get the same things, seems like. So, yeah. Weiselberg. I call him Weiselberg. There's a strategy. He can't get out. He's trying to make a new strategy, but he can't get out from under this. And it's ending in all of the rats, the deception, the cheaters, being all the people who've been in bed with him for a successful, because the Lover's card doesn't have to be, people in love. This is about partnerships. This is about loyalty. And it's ending. You know, this card with some other good cards would be something very successful, but not with this card and this, not here with these three cards framing it in. They're going to be successful in ending the loyalty and the cheating is what's going to happen. And it's not just Leticia James. That I do feel this could be bringing in January 6th committee too. It could be both of them, but I'll double check on that. But anyway, the rules and regulations that we have in place, the obligations that he's, you know, bound by law to abide by in order to run businesses in the United States of America. He's trying to get a new way to bring that money in. This is money laundering here with these two cards, and he has this new strategy that he's working on, but it's not going to work. It won't work. But that's where his energy is going this week when it comes to there's a lot of energy in avoiding losing Trump Org and Trump Org 2. But it's not going to work. Okay, so let's just look at J6. How's J6 committee going to affect him? And I'll go beyond this week just for the heck of it. Why not? Let's do 10 cards on the outcome of the J6 committee investigation on him. And I will include the DOJ in that, because they, of course, they have subpoenaed him, and they will give a recommendation to, or referral letter to, they don't need to, but I think they will give a referral letter to the DOJ. So let's do the J6 and the DOJ together here. Man, it's like I can feel him just slumped over, and Trump. I can feel him slumped over and like, oh my God, just like that card. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, just like this card. 5. Oh, I'm drawing the same card. You saw me shuffle. I'm drawing from a fan. I'm not drawing off the top. Now that's Melania. Well, you know what? With the situation I was asking, this could even be Liz Cheney. But I mean, that really goes against the rules. I know what I'll do is I'll draw another card for that spot. Because we already know Melania is just, you know, it's just all on paper for her. Yeah, okay. So let me replace, because I'm not perfect and I could have just drawn the wrong card. But when it comes to the Lenormand or the Kipper, the rules are that the main character and then you have the, you know, the partner of the main character. Those are always those first two cards. Or actually in the Lenormand, it's number 28 and 29, the male and female. So, but anyhow. That's neither here nor there. Just be okay with me breaking the rules and drawing another card. Because that one wasn't right. We don't care about Melania right now. Or I don't anyway. So, legal issues. Again, the money laundering card comes through. The wheels on the bus go round and round. This is my Trump Tower card. This is my reputation card for him. He can't. He's just totally messed up there. The thieving card over here to his reputation. So again, I think that between J6 and DOJ, between Merrick Garland and the January 6th committee, I am thinking that there's going to be even more documents that come through. It's going to be the documents that get him. So his stealing, he's violated the Espionage Act. He has been very, very irresponsible by even taking the documents and then saying he could declassify them just by thinking about it, because you can do that, because, yeah, no, you can't. But, blather on, bitch, right? So he stole in his reputation of being a thief, who's in bed with, anybody he can just to get what he wants. And there will be, this is the investigation constantly, and more investigating into what he has taken. There are documents to back it all up. And probably he did it to try and sell, because with these two cards together here, I'm knighting right now, two over and one up. So the opportunity to steal and sell documents to other countries is being investigated. We're talking Iran and China. Because why else did he want those documents? Let's see. Yeah, lying, thieving, cheaters, stealers. And this is not only him, but I think this is like, Merrick Garland, and I think this could be a stand-in card for all of these people going, what are we dealing with? I mean, we're talking Fani Willis, we're talking Leticia James, Merrick Garland, Liz Cheney, all of them. They're like, oh, we have to get this guy. So the investigations, more and more investigations, more and more. This would be the, IRS examiner. This would be judges, all the different judges. And of course, Judge Deary is not on his side. Of course, what's her name? Maybe there's another layer here about Judge Eileen Cannon. Oh, Cannon. Judge Cannon. That's very immature. This new Judge Cannon. And yeah, she's in on it. It's not going to go well for her. Not with these two. So 2 over 1 up, these two cards knighting together. Yeah, so Eileen Cannon has come through in this reading as well. And it's very possible that there's some information, some proof that she's been bought and paid for, either through her appointment or actual monies that have crossed her bench. Whoa. Yeah. So I don't know if it's this week, but he's going down. Let's see what was at the bottom. Anybody that's in bed with him, lots of meetings. Of course, his health is trash. This would be Don Jr. coming in through here too. I don't know who this woman is. Strategies. Look how these connect. The overseas strategies. Always working, always money laundering, forever. Yeah. I'm not positive that we'll ever see this guy in jail, because these two cards are what always comes through. But I do get that he will be stopped, and I did have that dream of a couple of Secret Service agents taking him by the arms and going, "Come on, we're going. No, you don't get to take your phone. You don't get to take your other devices. You don't, whatever." Supposedly he doesn't do email, but whatever. He doesn't get his phone and maybe he's got an iPad or whatever. He doesn't get any of that fun stuff. He has to just go. At least that's the dream I had, but that was so long ago. Okay, let's look at Fani Willis. No, I feel like looking to see, actually, will there be another search into either Mar-a-Lago again or another, another property like Bedminster, or that other place that he has in Virginia, that other golf club, in anywhere else. Because remember those you probably, if you looked online, you could see, or if you want to Google, look for pallets of boxes that Trump took when he moved out of the White House. And I think, if I counted right, there were 4 pallets, and they were way high, like way, way, way high, like way taller than a man. So that's a lot of documents. Those are a lot of documents, I should say. Oh my goodness. So, will he have some more? Will he have another or 2 or 3 more legal searches coming in? We like to call them raids, but they're actually legal searches because they have to go and be signed off before a judge first. Will there be? Well, yeah. Yeah. Okay. So I would say yes, because of this card, knighting to this card. I don't know if they're going to get what they want, though. But I think they might look. This is Trump. This is coming up behind him, behind his back. He's headed towards, just keeping the money laundering going, right? Because that's his thing. And he's worried about being broke or in major trouble. These 2 cards here are my majorly money laundering. Money that is made on the backs of people that can't get by. We're talking, human trafficking. Human trafficking. And that's his reputation. And it's distracting him. It's coming up behind his back because maybe he's worried about actually being caught. This, and even if we were to just look at these 2 cards together alone, this is like, money or energy-sucking vampires on the backs of people. Children and adults. And they get the money from it. That's his reputation. So this is what is going to come out at some point. I don't know how long it's going to take. I hope that this is Merrick Garland. It's also my Sheldon Whitehouse card, but he's, all of the work that he's doing, it's being fed to the DOJ. And this person has control hanging over Trump's head. So this is my stand-in card for any wise man who's supportive and caring and, like a father figure, but a healthy father figure. Now, maybe if we read it on a different level, this could be Weiselberg hanging things over Trump's head because, he doesn't want to be in prison any longer than he has to be. He doesn't want to spend any more time at Rikers than he has to. He's a very, I don't know if he's older than Trump. He just looks like, I don't know, they both looked awful. So, that doesn't matter. Squirrel. There's a squirrel moment there. So back to this guy, or these, this can be a stand-in card for so many different people, depending on which way I look at it. Because here are some of my clues. Because of this person here right next to it, whoever this wise, supportive man is, they're supporting the rules and regulations as to money laundering, RICO charges, conspiracy to launder money on the backs of human trafficking. They're gonna get that. Oh yes, of course. Oh, sorry, you guys. Sometimes I'm so slow. That is why it is taking Merrick Garland so long, because he is going to make sure that he gets, well, I'm going to make a prediction here. I think that he's going to I think this is Merrick Garland, and he's doing everything he can to make sure that Trump can't get out from under a conspiracy to launder money. He's going to get him for RICO charges. He has quite a track record. Merrick Garland does not, he has a zero fail record. And that's because he gets every single little detail, does all the work. And I think he's working, right? Remember, he always says without fear, that's the oath that they took, without fear or favor. Oh, look what was at the bottom of the deck. Finally. Now, if he's not locked up, he'll still be restricted. It could be that he's on house arrest. If it's not a lockup, the imprisonment card is all about restriction. You can't get out from under something, but it very well could be prison. And here we have Trump just mulling things over. He can't think of anything else. No matter what he says. No wonder he has to just go out and do rallies with people all the time, because he just anything to distract himself. And then we have changes coming in as to his residence. Could it be that he's locked up in the big house, or could this just be house arrest? We shall have to wait and see. Wow. Okay, so I could just keep going and read some more and do Fani Willis, but I think I'll save it for another time, see what more comes out there. Because that's so tied in, the Georgia election interference, that's tied in with, of course, the January 6th committee. It's all tied together. The J6 committee really, oh my goodness, it's just the best thing in the world to have happened. So I think I'll just close this up for now and get this uploaded for you guys, and then you feel free to add more questions, and but also please know that I have a playlist of. Well, I have a playlist just for Trump readings. I have a playlist for political readings. I have a playlist for all the players. Unless there's someone I haven't read on, then let me know. But if you just go to my playlists and look for just scroll down and look at all of them, you're probably going to find that I've read on the person already. I've done every judge. I've done karmic readings on all of the judges except for Ketanji Brown Jackson. I didn't, and I don't see any reason to do hers. So a lot of questions can be alleviated by just going to see what I got in the past. But I can always do a check-in if things weren't clear. Often I get the right cards, but I don't know what I'm reading until months later. It's like, oh, that's what that card meant. So, or things come out and then it clarifies. So other than that, I'm just going to send you big hugs, lots of love, and hope you're having a wonderful weekend. Okay, bye.